Would you mind looking at the camera? Dougal, camera. Camera's that way. Good boy. Hello and welcome back to Outer Hebrides, episode 6. This is the final episode and today we're in Barra and Vatersay. Barra is known as the Outer Hebrides in miniature because you've got gorgeous rock and hill formations to the east and beautiful sandy beaches and macha to the west. Plenty of things to do here. As ever, we're going to kick off with a tour of the island's campsites. Barra is very fortunate in that there are some terrific campsites on the island. For full details of all the campsites in the Outer Hebrides, please download the information leaflet from Outer Hebrides Tourism. I'll leave a link in the description below. And we start off in the north of the island at Yoligary and Scarivol campsite. This is one of the most popular campsites in Barra and with very good reason. The views are stunning from every pitch and there's a sandy beach 100 metres away. Scarivol is a full facility site offering all grass pitches, electric hookups, chemical disposal and a converted cottage that doesn't just offer showers and toilets. It has 2 proper shower rooms, a fully fitted kitchen for campers and a lounge too. The owners, Angus John and Joan, are the friendliest, kindest, most hospitable people you could ever wish to meet. And you get all this for £5 per person, plus hookup fees if you need electricity. Owing to Scarivol's popularity, it is essential that you book, and also, because of its situation, don't forget your levelling ramps. Next door to Scarivol is Croft No. 2. This is a camping and caravanning club certificated site, which means you must be a club member to stay here, and the site is limited to a maximum occupancy of 5 motorhomes or caravans. As such, booking is highly recommended. Croft No. 2 is another full facility site with electric hookup and chemical disposal. Washing up facilities are housed in a converted farm building. However, that's not the case for the superb washroom, which is super deluxe. Barra Holidays at Croft 183 is yet another full facility site, offering everything from a camper's kitchen to smart washrooms. There are 3 hard-standing pitches with hookup and distant sea views. Borv Caravan and Camping Site is the closest to Castle Bay and is also incredibly popular, so you do need to book. Borv is a full facility site with showers, toilets, hookups and a wee kitchen, but you don't come here for the facilities, you come here for the stunning views from every pitch. You really can't get much closer to the sea. Just up the road from Borv is the slightly less formal Wavecrest, run by a lovely owner, Rawl, who is Hebridean hospitality personified. There is 1 hookup, clean metered showers and toilet in a converted container, chemical disposal, and this is another site where the facilities are just a bonus. You come here for the warmth of the welcome and the stunning location that allows you to feel the breeze of the Hebrides on the far side of the world. I wanna feel the breeze of the Hebrides on the far side of the world. Now we move on to places to visit. How many places do you know where the airport is one of the leading tourist attractions? But that is the case with Barra. The reason for the airport's popularity is that it is the only place in the entire world where a scheduled commercial passenger plane takes off and lands on the beach. it's the most amazing sight. Please be aware that when the windsocks are flying, you are not allowed to enter the beach. Going onto the sand while the windsock is flying can delay operations and put people's lives in danger. I've been fortunate enough to both take off and land on a plane in Barra, and I did that in January this year. I will leave links to the videos covering that in the description below this video. From the airport in the north of the island, we take a drive to the south and to Castle Bay, the principal settlement on Barra. From Castle Bay you can take a boat trip to the uninhabited island of Mingulay, which is something I did almost 10 years ago and I thoroughly enjoyed it. On the journey then we saw seal pups on the way, and Mingulay itself was beautiful. Mingulay's principal draw is its wildlife, especially the puffins if you go early enough in the season. A far shorter boat trip you can take from Castle Bay is the small ferry out to Kishmul Castle, which gives the town its name and is the former seat of the chief of the MacNeils of Barra. Heading south from Castle Bay, we take the causeway over to the stunning island of Vatersay, famed for its gorgeous, sheltered, white sandy beaches. Next to the road in Vatersay, you cannot help but notice the wreckage from a Catalina flying boat which crashed in Vatersay in 1944, killing 3 of the 9 people on board. The RAF broke up the remains of the plane and dragged them down the hill, and here they have been lying untouched for over 75 years. It is indeed heartening to see that visitors come to this memorial site with a respectful, hands-off approach, and long may this continue. Moving on now to food and drink, and we start by heading back to the airport where you'll find a terrific cafe. My falafel wrap was gorgeous and the staff were brilliant. They were really up for a laugh. It's for YouTube. Hang on. Say hello for YouTube. At Ardmore Ferry Terminal, you'll find barista coffee and home baking at Ardmore Coffee. Meanwhile, down in Castle Bay, I had to visit one of the top foodie destinations in the entire Outer Hebrides. Café Kishmul specialises in Indian, Italian and local seafood. If you wish to have dinner here, it is strongly advised to book well in advance. Kishmul Cafe was booked out when I was there, but I could walk in for lunch. I ended up going for the chana dal, which was absolutely delicious. To give Harris Gin a run for its money, the Isle of Barra distillers now produce Barra Atlantic Gin, and their HQ is in Castle Bay near the Co-op. The main botanical of Barra Gin is carrageen seaweed, which is collected on the shores of Barra itself. It was a delight to find a dog-friendly tea room in Castle Bay. Macroon's Tea Room, which is also the post office, is a lovely place where Dougal got free snacks, but I had to pay for mine. It was well worth it though. Finally, no trip to Barra would be complete without popping into Vatersay for a coffee, a chat and to pick up yummy foods that can be hard to obtain elsewhere in the Outer Hebrides. Here's Sarah from Vatersay to tell us a little bit more.
Hi, I'm Sarah and we're at Vatersay. Vatersay is a route to market for local producers. And we also sell a whole range of other goods that you can't get anywhere else on the islands. We also have a laundrette, a free Wi-Fi area with coffee and bike hire.
Okay, so that brings this episode of Outer Hebrides to a close, and unfortunately that brings the entire series to a conclusion. As ever, this episode was not a definitive guide of everything there is to do here on Barra and Vatersay. Part of the joy of coming to the islands is the joy of discovery, new places and new vistas and exciting new things to do. So do please check out some links in the description below of the Outer Hebrides tourism website where you'll get more ideas of walks and things to do. Also a huge thank you to Outer Hebrides Tourism for supporting this entire series. Now, to be honest, the Outer Hebrides is not for everybody. If you are after guaranteed sunshine and 24-hour entertainment, then really you'd probably do better looking somewhere else. Also, there are people who come here maybe with different expectations and they find it just a little bit bleak. But there are many of us who come here and we absolutely fall in love with the place. It's the magical landscape, the fantastic culture and the wonderful people. And if you're like that, if you're like me, you end up leaving your heart here, and that means you just have to keep coming back year on year, sometimes many times per year, looking for it. We now have to head to the ferry port and get our ferry off the islands and leave this beautiful place, and as ever it always rips my heart out when we do that, but I guess we just have to take joy in the fact that we'll be coming back sometime very soon. I hope you found the series useful and it's allowed you to make an informed decision whether or not the Outer Hebrides is for you, and also if you do come here, about what you can expect when you arrive. A huge thank you to Adria UK for sponsoring this series without influencing the content, and also for the loan of this gorgeous Adria Twin Supreme van conversion. Please check them out. I'll leave a link to Adria UK's website in the description below. Beautiful caravans, motorhomes and van conversions. Also, there will be a full review of the Adria Twin Supreme on this very channel very soon, so stick around for that. But in the meantime, it just leaves me to say from Dougal and from me, from the glorious Outer Hebrides, thanks for tuning in. I don't want to go home, Dougal, do you? No. Oh dear. That's both of us today. We just never smile. Come on, let's go and get on that ferry.